Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I wanted to go ahead and give my review on the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Now, before we get started, I feel like I have to always say this because I know there's going to be somebody who gets in the comment section. Listen, I am new to Real Housewives of New Jersey. I don't know the backstories to all these women. My first time watching the full season was last season. I've seen episodes here and there, but the only Housewives shows that I've really been into since the beginning is basically the black ones, Atlanta and Potomac. Okay. But other than that, the other Housewives shows, I've seen episodes here and there. I know who the cast members were, you know what I'm saying? But I really don't know, right? So my opinion may be a little bit different than yours. I have been reading comments and been on Twitter, just trying to see what people feel about the characters of the show. But anyways, all right, so let's get into it. So, Jen and Marge. Listen, we're just gonna talk, okay? Jen and Marge. What it sounds like to me, like I just said on my live, it sounds like Kenya and Nene. It sounds like literally every city is like the same woman, just a different city. It sounds like to me, from what I understand, that Jen and Marge, girl, they just go blow for blow. Girl, blow for blow. It sounds like this season is going to be Jennifer's turn to get whatever she got owed to her, if she's, owed anything. The clips that they've played, again, it sounds like they do go blow for blow. Okay. I think that Jennifer has been sitting on this secret about her marriage, that has to do with Bill cheating on her and their family, right? He had a relationship, I think, for 2 years. Am I lying? Or he just cheated on her with some random woman? I think it was a relationship with a woman. I could be off on that. I don't know. But he cheated on her nonetheless. And that's something that she didn't want anybody to know. She said she hasn't told anybody. Not her best friend, not her mama, not her sister, baby. Girl, nobody at the graveyard. She ain't told nobody. Girl, this is the real tea. This is a real gag. You have been sitting on this secret for the longest, and the person who has it stored right here in a bra. You know how like Big Mama and them used to always put their money in their titty, right? Baby, Miss Marge been walking around here with this secret right here, folded up like, $100, waiting to pull it out and use it. Girl, your enemy knew your tea. That's why it's always best to sometimes spill your tea before the other girls get a hold to it, especially the stuff that you think nobody knows, because clearly somebody told somebody. I don't feel sorry for Jennifer, just like Jackie told her. Girl, y'all go blow for blow from what I can tell. You have talked about that girl's mama. Girl. And it wasn't like, your mama joke. It was, girl, you basically called that girl's mama a whore. So at that point, I don't have sympathy for Jen. What it looks like to me is that Jen has been walking around trying to paint this picture of her marriage being this perfect situation, and it is not. I think that part of the reason that Jen, I was saying in my live earlier, that I think that Bill probably feels guilty, or he's trying to make up for the fact that he almost destroyed his family by letting Jen have her way with the finances, throwing these over-the-top lavish parties. I remember that episode when her and Jackie got into it because she just didn't understand, I guess, why Jackie was so cheap. Right? Hell, the parties that she threw to me were normal parties. But I guess because they have the money, Jennifer felt like, girl, you should be throwing some over-the-top party. Girl, the only reason why your husband is letting you throw these over-the-top parties is because he's trying to compensate for sticking his penis into someone else's vagina. That's the only reason. That's the only reason why he lets you probably do what you do. I think that Jennifer needs to go to therapy with her husband, because when you found out your husband cheated on you, you didn't have a discussion about it. From what she said, she basically erased it out of her mind. And that's probably part of the reason why she feels as though she can walk around here and, we all judge and be so judgmental about other people, because she probably forgot, girl, you want to sit here, let me just go ahead and say this and we're going to wrap this up. Y'all want to sit here and call Marge a hoe and a slut, and she might be. But bitch, Bill is a hoe and a slut too. That's the gag. That's the tea. You can sit here all day and talk about how Marge moves, but bitch, the man who you lay beside moves the same exact way. And then sent your ass into labor the next day. I don't want to hear nothing about Jennifer trying to save her marriage or nothing like that. She been walking around here from what it seems like to me. She been walking around here throwing dirt. And baby, Miss Marge had a whole can of whoop ass sitting right here waiting for you. And then she didn't make it any better when she was out here being nosy, trying to find the details or what the details were about Jackie's husband when he allegedly, supposedly, reportedly cheated on her. So Jennifer, you do have a lot of nerve. Like, girl, what? Girl, you doing all this and your man ain't no different from the other ones. Girl, bye. Anyways, girl, when they were at Dolores' house and when they were at Dolores' house and Jennifer came up those stairs, she was scared to hit that. Jennifer was scared to hit that corner. When I tell you Jennifer was like this. No. I don't want to. No. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. No, I'm fine. No, I'm good. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. No, I'm good. No, I'm fine. Girl, if you don't come around this corner, baby, you don't come around this corner. Baby, you and Marge sound like y'all both go below the belt. That's what the people done told me. They said both of y'all go below the belt. It ain't no who right, who wrong. Both of y'all go below the belt. And that's why I always say, when people sit here and try and play this game and try and play in my face, like on Real Housewives of Potomac, when they swore up and down, we don't talk about husbands are off limits. Kids are off limits. Girl, when we have seen these wives, white and black, talk about husbands, talk about kids, go below the belt. Right? Gia and her uncle, Joe. For some reason, Gia was getting on my nerve. She was. I felt like Gia had been waiting for this moment. Girl, maybe like a lot of us, right? When we wanted to let everybody know we were grown. It felt like to me, Gia had been waiting for this moment to tell her uncle that I'm grown, right? I think that Gia lives in La La Land. Joe, her uncle, is misogynistic. He has definitely talked to his sister a way that I have not talked to my sister. Me and my sister done cuss each other out. Okay? But the clips that I've seen, he talked to Teresa too rough for my liking. With that being said, Joe Giudice ain't shit. And Gia can walk around here and not want people to say whatever they want to say about her daddy because this happened 5 years ago and this and that. And I don't give a damn what nobody got to say about that being her father. Nobody gives a damn. Y'all acting like just because somebody is somebody's father, all of a sudden they can't beat shit. Like Joe ain't shit. I hope everybody who think that Joe is this fine man and Jill got every right to defend an ain't shit nigga, I hope y'all find a man just like Joe. I hope Jill finds a man just like her daddy. Let me know how that prison stand is, Jill. Let me know how it is when your husband walk around here calling you cunts and bitches. Since Joe is just this good man, or she has every right to defend her father. She can defend her father. She can defend her father, but it still does not take away from the fact that her father, who she's defending, he ain't shit. Like, that's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to. He's not a great husband. He's not a great father. Let's just keep it on some basic relationship. What has Joe taught his daughters that they should seek in a husband? He can never tell his daughters, you should want a man like me. Because in fatherhood also comes you teaching your daughters, right? The love that they deserve. Is Joe Giudice the love that they deserve when they go out and seek partnership? Y'all have this idea that just because somebody is a father, that all of a sudden that excuses them from all the things that they have done. Joe is trash. And he's probably trash in Italy. Okay? We can talk about Joe Gorg or whatever, but Joe Giudice is trash. And for me, I think Joe has every reason or every right to feel the way that he feels about Joe. While Joe has talked to his sister rough, he ain't put his sister in prison. Right? Okay. I put Teresa's family was ghetto. Girl, they family was ghetto. I do think that Joe, just like a lot of families, black families are the same way, that they believe that when someone is younger than them, especially like someone who was a child, right? Well, was a child. We all were children. What I'm saying, someone who has never been on their, like, as far as their peer, or someone in their same age. Like with Gia, he's always going to look at Gia as a child, no matter what. He says he's not, but he is. And it's not right? Because the truth of the matter is, at some point, we all get grown. We all deserve respect. Even children deserve respect. Because he's that same way that a lot of people in the black families are, right? You a child. You don't talk to me this way. I would like to know what would Teresa had done if Antonia, was her name Antonia? Antonia? I think her name is Antonia had kind of spoke to her the way that Gia was speaking to Joe. I wonder what Teresa would have done, because Teresa has this thing about nobody ever having her back and defending her and family sticking together. I don't know. I would like to know though. Bill is hiding. Jennifer has a party for her daughter. Bill is hiding upstairs, and now he embarrassed. Now he don't want nobody to know that he basically cheated on his family. So now he's scared to show his face. Man up. You did it. You wasn't scared when you were showing your face in that other woman's face. Teresa, girl, what Marge did to me is not the same thing as what you done. You went to a birthday party for Evan, spreading a rumor. Marge went straight to Jennifer and said, "Girl, this is what the tea is. Now, what you got to say?" Girl, Teresa, that's not the same thing, girl. Basically, Jennifer told them when they came over for the party. She told Dolores and Teresa that they had just moved to Jersey. They were on their fourth kid. He was feeling himself. He, was making money. She didn't have any income of her own. She said it, y'all. And I saw so many people talking about Jennifer got this and Jennifer got at the time. This bitch said out of her own mouth. Basically, I stayed. Once I factored in everything, I also realized I did not have my own money. And how I'm going to take care of 4 kids without a steady income. Anyways, Jackie's family. Does Jackie? I hate to be now. I'm about to sound like Jennifer. I'm not trying to say that you have to look a certain way and walk around here in your pieces, but Jennifer's father, Jackie's father, looked like they grew up, like they lived in a trailer park, and her mama. Now I know that blouse her mama had on probably cost $100. I know for a fact. Probably close to 100 probably. That I forgot the name of that designer, but some of her clothes, even though as simple as it looks, girl, it can bring you about a bill. Okay. Anyways, I think that's the designer I'm thinking about. But anyways, her parents. That's all like, girl, Jackie said she got money, but girl, I would never tell. I'm not saying you should be able to tell, but girl, looking at her mom and dad, girl, I'm gonna leave the people alone. Jackie was a chubby teenager. Now it makes sense why she walked around here and starved herself. Remember she got mad when the people said she don't eat? Jackie, you don't eat. Jackie don't eat. Even when they went to Dolores' house, all I saw was a couple of pieces of fruit on her tray, on her plate. Jackie don't eat, but she was a chubby teenager. Jackie has did a transformation, right? When I say she is skinny, I was looking at her when she was standing in her kitchen. I said, well, baby, this woman ain't got no type of body. Like, I hate to be body shaming because I know that's what I'm doing, but girl, Jackie is skinny. Anyways, Dolores and Marge meet up. Jackie and Jennifer meet up. That's when Jackie tells Jennifer, basically, I don't feel sorry for you, girl. Y'all both go blow for blow. Marge tells Dolores about basically Jennifer digging for information when it had to do with Jackie and her husband. It's so crazy because I put, honey, they will die trying to make sure no one knows their husbands ain't shit. Dolores had a lot of food. I put, girl, that's too much food. Girl, do these women eat? Because we know the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, them heifers don't eat. They drink. They don't eat. They drink, okay? I said it's a lot of food for some bitches who probably ain't even gonna touch it. Dolores and David. Girl, Dolores. I understood Dolores and I ain't gonna say I understood it. But it wasn't anything. They wanted Dolores for some reason. I felt like they felt that because Dolores wasn't married to David, that meant that she wasn't happy. And I don't think that's what it was, right? But I think now, Dolores, girl, you too grown to be walking around here talking about, oh yeah, we still talk like boyfriend and girlfriend. But girl, you done moved into this townhouse. Girl, you done like, Dolores, are you in the... And David seemed like he was a cool dude. I love the fact that he didn't want no parts of this show. He popped in and popped out. Other than that, David said, I'm at work. I don't have time for this. If you don't, girl, that man got a whole house built for you, girl. If you don't want him, I'll slam dunk him tonight. That's when Jennifer arrives. Girl, when Jennifer was in the room crying, girl, when Marge walked out talking about, what are you crying about? What are you crying about? What are you crying about? Marge, you told the whole world that this lady got an ancient husband, okay? Marge basically flipped it on Jennifer. Basically, she was in there talking to Jennifer, and when I say you miss thing, that Marge flipped that shit and brought up Jackie and the fact that Jennifer was walking around here trying to find out some tea or find out if it was true or find out the details right about Jackie's situation. Bitch, when I seen Jackie, I guess Jackie must have heard her name pop up, so Jackie go into the other room, honey, and they were like, bitch, you got some fucking nerve. Girl, you been walking around here with your husband who ain't it, and girl, you trying to find tea on somebody else? I don't feel bad for Jennifer. I don't. I don't feel bad for Jennifer at all. Jennifer, girl, it sounds like you're messy. Like I said, it sounds like Marge and Jennifer go blow for blow. But it sounds like, girl, in the midst of you trying to act like your husband is this man that everybody wants, girl, you have been living under, girl, you have been sitting on this lie for the last 10 years. I don't understand if this is nothing that's that big of a deal. If you and Bill have moved past this, then girl, why are you on the verge of a nervous breakdown? Either it did not happen 10 years ago, or because you have never spoken about it, girl, you found out your man was a hoe, and y'all never talked about it. And now all of these raw emotions are starting to come up because it was a situation that you and your man never talked about. You just let it go. And you've never dealt with it or faced it head on. And now your enemy is out here basically blasting your ass with your teeth. And everybody know that the man who you done hyped up to be this man that everybody want, girl, he puts his penis in other women's vaginas. Or another woman's vagina. That's why I don't feel sorry for Jennifer. It's one thing if Jennifer was, I don't know. I don't feel sorry for Jennifer, I don't. I'm with the other girls. Bitch, you got some fucking nerve. Like Dolores, girl. All that crying, cut that out, girl. You been walking around here like your marriage is picture perfect. Shitting on everybody else stuff. And you sleeping with a hoe. Named Bill. His real name ain't even Bill, right? Anyways, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.